Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. I'm here to do a collective reading for you. As always, before I get started, if you would like to watch this reading in full, you can do so over on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is head over to my TikTok profile. You will see a YouTube tab, click that, and it will take you directly to my YouTube channel. Now, if you're feeling the extra love today, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me. It is completely free to do so. I think I am now just seven subscribers away from hitting my 1,000 goal target. So please do consider subscribing. Like I said, it's completely free to do so, but it really does help on my channel's growth. And you guys have been amazing recently. I've gained so many subscribers, and it's really boosted my channel. So thank you so much. Right, is there anything else I have to say? Oh yeah, thank you to those of you who joined my live yesterday. So I haven't been live on TikTok for about a year. Imposter syndrome took over. I lost my sense of confidence, but I'm really trying to rebuild it up again, and I'm planning on going live. I'm going to try and go live every day. Some days I may not be as long as others, but if you catch me on live, come and say hi. And also, if you're not following me on TikTok, then consider following me, because then you'll get notifications that I have gone live. Okay, I do mini readings on my lives as well, so yeah, come and join the fun. We have a lot. We have a lot of fun. So, collective reading. What do we have? We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. Give me one more. Thank you. And we have a Nine of Swords. Not a Nine of Swords. It's an Eight of Swords. And the Moon. Okay. What's going on here? So, the Ten of Pentacles speaking about a very family orientated energy, right? It's two people who are in a committed relationship. It's two people who are almost giving off power couple vibes, right? They're working together. They're building an empire. They're building a home. They're building stability, whilst at the same time making really precious memories as a family unit, right? King of Pentacles is a masculine energy of somebody who's feeling quite strong, quite stable at the moment. Again, I always say this with Pentacles, it is very kind of worky, finances, that kind of thing. But I also now look at the Pentacles as, you know, overall mental health or overall emotional well-being, right? Somebody has reached king status in, I want to say, a few areas of their life, not just financially, not just overall stability, but also emotional stability, right? And then we have a feminine here with the Eight of Swords who is feeling a little bit stuck. Now this Eight of Swords in particular, this feminine is blindfolded, bounded, surrounded by thoughts, surrounded by lots of thinking. So I'm wondering what this is going to entail. We have a moon at the bottom of the deck. So the moon speaks about something that is not being spoken about, some kind of truth that hasn't been uncovered. It's things being kept hidden in the dark. So I'm wondering if this is why this feminine is feeling this way, because there hasn't been a truthful conversation, or there hasn't been, you know, truth brought to the surface here. But we'll continue and we'll see. Tell me more about this situation, please. Tell me more about this. Thank you. Okay, we have a Page of Cups. Give me two more, please. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have a King of Cups, and we have the Sun. Okay. This is like contradicting energy, so I'm a little bit like, how do I read this? Because I can kind of see there's two characters here. There is a masculine who I want to say is kind of trying to manifest this life of meeting somebody and being committed to somebody, and like I said again, the power couple vibes. They're working together. We're building an empire. We're working together, not against each other, right? So that's the masculine's energy. The feminine's energy is feeling a bit stuck. And I'm trying to figure out why. We have a Page of Cups here. So for me, the Page of Cups, it is an offering of some kind of feelings, emotions, right? Because it's a cup. But I'm not too keen on the Page of Cups, because I don't really like fish, right? But this Page of Cups comes with a fish in the cup. So when I see the Page of Cups, it's kind of like very minimal energy or very minimal amount of effort We could also use the term breadcrumbing, right? So it's almost as if we have a feminine here who is being breadcrumbed or has been breadcrumbed by somebody in the past. This has left them feeling very stuck and confused in their own thoughts, their own feelings and emotions. We have the lovers in reverse. So something that I feel as though was destined to take place didn't, because the lovers is now in reverse. Something was put on pause, something was put on hold here. Now we also have this King of Pentacles down here, which I think is linked to this King of Pentacles up here. The King of Pentacles is somebody, well, a masculine who is feeling things very deeply, or feeling things at a cellular level, right? But the King of Cups knows how to keep those feelings well hidden. They know how to put that poker face on and not to show their feelings, not to show their emotions, right? There is a fear from the King of Cups that being vulnerable, or showing their feelings and emotions towards somebody, makes them incredibly vulnerable, and they don't like feeling vulnerable, right? So that's why they put up that poker face, and they act as though, well, very nonchalant, really, very much like, yeah, not too bothered, but they really are bothered. The Sun. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and clarify all this, because I don't know if this masculine's energy here is linked to the feminine's energy, because it's kind of a confusing situation here, because it does seem as though this King of Cups is feeling very deep feelings and emotions towards a feminine. The feminine makes them incredibly happy. This feminine makes them feel whole. This feminine makes them feel very childlike. So not only do they bring out their inner child, there's also a lot of inner child healing that takes place here when this masculine is around this feminine. But we see with the Page of Cups here, they've not really been giving much to the feminine, right? We've been given a fish in a cup. It's breadcrumbing at its finest. It really is. It's minimal effort. It's hardly any effort at all. And the Lovers is in reverse. So yeah, it's a little bit all over the place at the moment. So let's go and just clarify all these messages, just to see if we can get more of an understanding as to what is going on here. Oh my God, look at that. Ten of Pentacles. Can I pick you up, please? Ten of Pentacles is being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. I love it when that happens. Look at that, it's so cool. Okay. So this masculine really is thinking heavily, I want to say, about their future, right? They're thinking heavily about what it is exactly that they want to manifest. And they're thinking, what it is they really want out of a life partner as well. Because this masculine really is craving that stability. They're craving that kind of home-like. Now, this could be somebody or a masculine who perhaps has never experienced that kind of family warmth before. Perhaps their parents separated when they were young. Perhaps their childhood wasn't great. Perhaps they suffered a lot of trauma from it. And it's something, as they continue to go through life, it's something they really, really crave, right? So, we're all here, we're all trying to manifest different things, some love, some money, some a new job, what have you. This masculine in particular, all they want is to have the stability, to have the love, the sense of a family unit, right? Six of Swords in reverse has also come out to clarify the Ten of Pentacles. So we see somebody who, I think perhaps this masculine has been trying to work through their own inner healing, perhaps their own trauma. Because again, if they're craving this to that extent, it does make me feel as though, or think that they've never had that before, right? Because there's this real need of, I just want to experience that. I want to live in that energy, right? So with the Six of Swords being here in reverse, it's almost like up until this point, this masculine hasn't been able to achieve that. There was a sense of them wanting to work hard to come away from difficult moments or difficult times in their life, which has made them feel like they're not part of something, or they're not part of a family unit, or they're not wanted, or they're not loved, right? There's a masculine who has suffered quite low self-esteem in the past, I want to say. Right? So up until this point, this has not been successful for them. Let's go forward and clarify this King of Pentacles. I feel like this is the masculine's energy at the moment. Very, very stable, feeling quite confident. Three of Wands. Give me one more, please. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands, sorry. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. This masculine has been thinking about this for quite some time now. With the Three of Wands, it is an energy. So somebody's kind of embarked. What? What the fuck? Embarked? What is that? Oh my days. Somebody has embarked on a brand new journey here, right? Because before the Three of Wands, obviously, is the Two of Wands, which is somebody who literally is just about to start that journey. The Three of Wands is somebody who's already on that journey, but they've just taken a moment to pause, right? So it does seem as though this masculine has been working hard on their overall stability. Now, again, finances, career, emotional stability, overall stability. This could be a masculine who has suffered quite badly in the past with poor mental health, right? So they've been working hard on that side of things. Now I feel as though they're at a point in their life where they're thinking, right, well, I've come this far. What are my next steps? You see, it's almost as if whatever they're doing at the moment, yeah, it's good for them. It's positive. They're in a great place. But again, it's that I desire something more fulfilling here. Right? So it does seem as though at the moment this masculine is very much solo, right? Riding solo like Jason Derulo. they're kind of not keeping themselves in solitude as such, but I just feel as though their main concentration here, their main target was to become this King of Pentacles, to become that stable, mature, masculine energy, right? Now again, deep thoughts and deep contemplation about what are my next steps. The next steps really are, I want to have that family unit. I want to feel a part of something. I want to feel that love. And again, I do feel as though it's because this masculine has never experienced that before. Now, the Nine of Wands being here, the Nine of Wands speaks about communication that wants to take place, but there is a fear around this communication. There is some kind of anxiety around this communication also. So is this in regards to them speaking to this feminine in particular? Is this feminine linked to this masculine? Tell me more about the... Oh, okay, we've fallen. We've fallen. What is it? Okay, Page of Wands. Give me one more, please. Seven of Wands. Wow. There is a lot of, I keep saying the word anxiety, but there's another word that I just wanted to say, and I'm not going to say it because I'm going to say it wrong and I'm going to sound like an absolute idiot. But there's a lot of fear around this communication. Okay, we see a Page of Wands, which is clarifying the Eight of Swords, which is that feminine who is stuck, right? Confusion, unsure as to really, well, let's be honest, what freaking planet they're on at the moment, right? And it is in regards to their feelings and emotions. So they could be feeling completely stuck and torn about this masculine, right? This could be two people who have dated in the past. This could be two people who perhaps met but never took it any further than just a friendship. Whatever the situation is, they are both aware of one another because they're both thinking of one another, right? The masculine wants to come forward and communicate something to this feminine. I think there has been communication here with the Page of Wands. But again, a lot like the Page of Cups, it has been very minimal. It's been, there's been not really a lot of effort. There's been a lack of consistency because the Page is just like a nothing kind of energy, right? And it does stem around this fear of communicating. There is this sense of, I don't know, the masculine just, I mean, look, fearfulness and then guardedness. Fearfulness and guardedness. So it's like, I don't know, does the masculine fear rejection? Has this masculine upset this feminine and they're scared that the feminine may want to argue with them? Because there's definitely fear around it. Tell me more about this Page of Cups. Page of Nothing. Guys, if you're approaching a girl with a Page of Cups energy, you may as well just not even bother. You may as well not even bother. Because we all know about breadcrumbing. It's 2024. It's 2024, right? And we won't accept it. Well, we're not interested in fish in cups, right? If you're coming, bring something. Bring the energy, right? Be fun. Turn up with a friggin' fish in your cup. Right. We have the Page of Cups being clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Hermit. I'm trying to make sense as to what on earth has gone on here. We have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this masculine has definitely approached this feminine in some way, because to the masculine, the feminine is showing up as the Queen of Wands, right? So they are highly super attracted to this feminine, this Queen of Wands, right? They view this feminine as somebody who is highly intuitive. They view the feminine as somebody who has been through a lot of shit but come out the other end. There's a lot of spiritual growth that's taken place here. Now, as this is also a Queen of Wands, they're looking at this feminine as somebody who is passionate about what they believe in, and also somebody who's not scared to speak up, right? To speak their truth or to live in their truth, right? They're not afraid of what people think or say about them. So there is this sense, I feel, as well, of this masculine kind of being in absolute awe of this feminine. And in a sense, in a way, they feel a little bit intimidated by that energy. Perhaps they've not met anyone like this before. It's almost like when they think of again, the ten of Pentacles coming out twice. When I think of that, and this is something that I want to manifest, this is something I want to achieve, it's kind of like they automatically link that with this feminine. So this masculine is absolutely feeling as though this feminine is somebody they could achieve that Ten of Pentacles with. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why there is so much fear here. I don't know why there is so much anxiety. At the moment, I can't see what happened. I can't see if this masculine has approached a feminine before and got rejected. I can't see. I'm going to have to ask. I'm going to have to ask another question and pull some more cards, because at the moment it's not really giving me that much. But we do see here with the Hermit, it's almost like this masculine is learning about the Queen of Wands, learning about the feminine, learning everything there is to know about this feminine, right? How they tick, what they like, what they don't like. This masculine is studying this feminine, perhaps even from afar, to try and figure out what their best approach is. Now, normally I want to say, and forgive me if I'm wrong, a masculine wouldn't go to that extent. They would just kind of come forward and, hey, do you fancy going for a drink? Yeah, that would be lovely, let's go. No, I'm not really interested. Okay, fair enough, no worries, right? It's literally as black and white as that. But this masculine has built so much fear around doing that it's kind of like escalated into something massive when it really doesn't have to be. We did see the fact that the masculine does have or has suffered with very low self-esteem in the past. We see them currently as King of Pentacles status, so they're feeling more confident, but there's still fear around it. It's almost as if with the Hermit card being here, they're still having to like dig deep to try and figure out, how do I go about this? How do I do it? I've never known or felt this much fear and anxiety from somebody before in my life. Tell me about this Lovers in reverse. Emperor wanted to come out. Give me one more, please. Oh, come on, that's way too many. Way too many. Give me one more, please, for the Lovers in reverse. Are you kidding me? Did you see that just flick out as well, the Ace of Cups? They were like, bitch, don't forget me. Okay. Right. I think I know what's good. I think I know the issue here in the past. The moon is there again. Okay. So it seems as though this has been approached before. This subject has been approached before with this feminine. I think because of the amount of fear that this masculine had, it's almost as if the feminine picked up on that fear and left them feeling super confused, left them feeling as though they were stuck in a situation. I think with the moon coming out twice in the reading to rear its ugly head, is telling me that I don't think this masculine was really 100% fully honest with how deep their feelings were towards this feminine. And obviously we have the King of Cups here also, which is giving off the same energy there, right? So instead of this masculine actually finding the courage to speak up of exactly how they feel or exactly what they want or what they feel as though this relationship could bring, they just kind of kept quiet. They kept quiet. They acted very nonchalant. They acted as if they entirely weren't bothered with the King of Cups there. You remember the poker face, right? And all that's happened is this feminine's has kind of gone, okay, so they're really not that interested, right? Remember we see the Page of Cups, the breadcrumbing. This masculine, because of the amount of fear they have about approaching this subject or even speaking of their feelings or admitting how deeply they feel towards this feminine, what they've actually done, which I obviously it is something they didn't mean to do, but what they have done here is they've made this feminine feel as though or think that they're not interested. Can you see what I mean? Can you see what I'm trying to say here? It's almost like each time the subject was approached, they kind of came in with that fish in the cup. It was breadcrumbing, it was minimal communication, it was, again, the feminine picking up on all that fear and anxiety, which caused the feminine to think as though they're really not interested in me. They're really not interested in me. The reason I think the feminine was stuck here, because the Lovers is here, but it's in reverse, is because I think the feminine did feel as though there was a deeper connection here with this masculine. But it's almost as if, bugger off, bloody fly, go away. Oh, I'm done with the flies already, and it's only, 2nd of July, something like that. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I saying? Yeah, I think what kept the feminine stuck here was the fact that they perhaps felt as though there was a deeper connection with this masculine, because the Lovers is here. So the twin flame vibes, the soulmate energy, the deep spiritual connection is present here. The only reason why I think it's in reverse here is because it has been unsuccessful in the past. And from what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling here, the reason why it was so unsuccessful is because of the amount of fear that was coming from the masculine's energy in regards to this. Okay. Now, I wanted to say, it's almost as if every time this masculine approached the feminine or approached a situation, they automatically got so anxious, so nervous that they would come across as the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Very minimal, very much breadcrumbing, very much King of Cups, poker face. I'm not really that bothered, right? Not only that, but because they're so attracted to the feminine and they're in absolute awe of them, it caused them to be even more fearful, even more anxious, right? So each time that they did that, it wasn't successful, and it made them kind of fall back into themselves, back into their own energy, and think, what am I doing wrong? I must be doing something wrong, because what's happening at the moment is not working. I think they feel deeply towards this feminine also, and they too feel as though this is a deep spiritual connection, but it's almost like, for the life of me, I can't figure out why this isn't working. Why is this not working? And I'm telling you, the reason why it's not working is because you're making the feminine feel as though you're not interested. You have to step your game up. We don't want fishing cups. We want full on energy. We want communication. We want consistency. We want you to be spontaneous. We want fun. We want energy. Study us, learn us, right? Is that really too much to ask for in this day and age? Because honestly, like, I'm starting to feel as though it is. Like, take me back to the 1950s where, people were writing and sending love letters, right? And there were all these, cool, romantic dances that you'd go to. And that was the only time you'd see the person that you quite fancied. And you'd have, a whole evening of dancing and romance and da-da-da-da, right? It's like it's completely forgotten about now. It's like an entirely different freaking universe, right? But Okay, so Emperor is here to clarify the lovers in reverse. So I think this masculine does come to some kind of realization or a point where they think, do you know what? I need to rip that plaster off, pull my big boy pants up, and get on with it. Because the emperor literally gives no fucks, right? The emperor's like, I'm coming whether or not you like it. I'm coming whether or not you're going to reject me. I don't give a shit, because this is what I feel. This is what I feel I want to do. This is what my heart, my I don't know, no, I was going to say something rude. I'm not going to be that crude, okay? This is what I'm being told to do, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, okay? Very much like that King of Pentacles energy, feeling confident, feeling powerful, feeling courageous. The Emperor is also somebody logical, right? So this is a masculine who will literally message you, be ready at 8, we're going out for dinner. I'll pick you up at 7:30. Well, that doesn't make sense. Be ready at 8. What? You know what I mean? Like I've booked a table, I'm taking you out for dinner, make sure you're ready, right? This isn't a masculine who's like, do you think maybe one day we can go and get a glass of milk together? No, ew. This is a masculine who knows what they want and they're going for it, basically. Now, what else came out with that was the Ace of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Two of Cups. I think perhaps trauma, certain ways of dealing with situations romantically in the past almost did rear its ugly head here again with this masculine, because the toxic kind of energy has come out. And again, I always say that the Devil card is very much like the Lover's card, but they're bounded here, right? So whatever way this masculine was approaching this feminine in the past, it was completely toxic. It was never going to withstand the storms. It was never going to work out, right? Especially when it comes to a spiritual connection. You can't show up as somebody toxic. You can't show up as somebody that you're not. You have to show up as your most authentic self. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So this fear has to be eliminated. And I think the only way this masculine's going to get rid of that fear, like I said, is if they just rip that plaster off and just go for what it is exactly that their heart is telling them to do, right? Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. In the middle, we have a Four of Swords. There's still a lot of deep thinking taking place about this. They're still in that energy of feeling anxious, feeling scared, wanting so desperately to come forward and do exactly what it is that their heart is telling them to do. But at the moment, they're just taking a moment of pause. They're still resting here, right? But they really do want that reciprocated relationship, which we see with the Ten of Pentacles, right? The moon being here again at the bottom of the deck, I'm just going to put that there because it definitely is representing the fact that this masculine in the past has not been completely clear and truthful with exactly what it is that they're feeling or thinking. And that's why the Lovers is in reverse. That's why this hasn't been successful in the past. Tell me about this King of Cups, please. Tell me about this King. Thank you. Page of Swords. A lot of pages, isn't there? Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Okay. Now, again, a lot of page energy. So a lot of that feeling of, I want to say, and I don't mean to sound rude, it's just the only way that I can kind of describe it. It's almost like that little boy giddy energy, right? Of, you know, oh, I quite like that person, I have a crush on them, but I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to watch from afar and fall more in love with them every single day. And it's going to go, 10 years down the line, I still haven't told them how I feel, and they're now married and they've got kids and they've got, everything they've ever wanted and more, and I'm still stuck here madly in love with them and they don't even know, right? That's the page energy. Page of Swords is somebody who is watching from afar, which again, I've already said, haven't I? Watching from afar. Also a daydreaming kind of energy. I wonder how life could be if I just told them exactly how I feel. I wonder if I could achieve the Ten of Pentacles with them. I wonder if they would accept my offer. I wonder how magical our romance could be if I just told this feminine exactly how passionately I feel about them, right? Now, Five of Pentacles is here, and you know what? As soon as I saw that, I thought, this feminine definitely decided to walk away from this masculine, okay? Because we see them up here as the Eight of Swords, which is feeling stuck, feeling confused, not really knowing, which way to go from here. But ultimately, when you're in a situation where somebody is just confusing the hell out of you, they're not really communicating, they're giving you breadcrumbs, you haven't really got anything to go off other than what they're showing you or what they're telling you, right? We're not going to be delulu about this anymore, okay? Because you can go a certain amount of time when you think, oh yeah, it's playing hard to get, or yeah, I understand they really do want me, but they don't want to lay it on too thick. But after a certain amount of time, when the person is still showing those signs of breadcrumbing and not really communicating or not making any effort or minimal effort, you kind of come to that realization of, well, maybe they just don't really like me that much. Maybe this has been all in my head. Maybe I need to stop being so delulu about this. I love that word, delulu. And I think the feminine walked away because there's a sense of somebody abandoning the connection here. Completely abandoning the connection. And it's falling on top of the King of Cups. So it's almost as if even when this feminine walked away, and this masculine was aware that the feminine had had enough. This masculine was aware that the feminine was like, do you know what? You're not showing me anything. You're not giving me anything. There's no effort. There's no communication. There is literally fuck all here. I'm going. The masculine still didn't show how much that affected them because they got the poker face. I'm not going to show my feelings. I'm going to show my emotions because that makes me vulnerable. Being vulnerable is scary. Tell me more about the Sun, please. Ace of Wands. Give me one more. King of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Okay. Now again, there is that passionate, fiery energy that they feel towards the Queen of Wands, right? Towards this feminine. That is obviously clarifying the Sun energy, which, as I expressed before, it's a feeling or a sense of warmth, it's happiness, it's positiveness, it's you bring out my inner child and you heal my inner child. I have fun around you. I feel comfortable around you. Okay, the Sun is such a beautiful energy. It's one of the most positive cards you can get in a tarot deck, right? So feeling so passionately was towards this feminine, although they haven't spoke up about it. They haven't really spoken up about exactly how it is they feel. But there's that King of Pentacles again. And it's kind of like it's done a full circle in the sense of showing me that actually the masculine is going to find the strength to really speak up about exactly how they feel because they're feeling more stable to do so. At the moment, they're almost in that when you're closing out a cycle or you're trying to eliminate a certain behavior which you have repeated for a very long time or what have you, it takes a while to deprogram. I don't even know how I can describe that. Has anyone watched or seen Joe Dispenza? Is that his name, Joe Dispenza? If you haven't, I really would recommend going to watch some of his videos. He is just absolutely incredible, and he does speak all about the human mind, right? He speaks a lot about manifestations and obviously like about feelings, which helps enable you to manifest, right? Honestly, it is so interesting and incredible. You'll definitely go and recommend watching that. But part of what he says is, change is scary. Change is 100% scary for anybody, regardless of your age. You're a child, you're going to a brand new school, you don't know anybody, you don't know any of the children, you don't know any of the teachers, you don't know any of the adults. It's scary, right? You put an adult in exactly the same situation, I don't care who you are or how confident you are going to be nervous, you are going to feel anxious about it, right? It doesn't matter what age you are, we all are human and we all feel that emotion of change is scary. And especially if you've been doing something a certain way for a very long time, changing your mindset, changing the way you think about something, the way you perceive something, changing the way in which you show up for something, It's scary, yes, but it's also quite difficult. It's not something that can happen overnight. You're taking years of programming and asking somebody to just change like that. It's not going to happen. So actually, this makes sense now, because the amount of fear that this person had over coming forward to speak up has come from years and years and years of being programmed to believe that if I stay quiet, it's safer. If I don't speak up or speak of exactly how I feel, it's safer for me. Which is really, really sad, right? This is somebody who has experienced a great deal amount of trauma in their past, because you're not just born like that. You're not just born like that, right? This is somebody whose mind has been programmed to believe if I stay quiet, it's safer. And this, unfortunately, has just manifested into every single area of their life, but especially when it comes to feelings and emotions. Okay, so this makes more sense. And now I have more empathy for this masculine. Nonetheless, they're feeling more confident. There is a fear that the feminine is going to reject them, because remember, the feminine walked away because they believed that the masculine just wasn't interested in them. They're not communicating with me. They're not showing me any effort. They're giving me breadcrumbs. I don't hear from them from one day to the next. Like I said at first, you do get a little bit like, oh, a bit delulu. Oh, maybe they're just plain hard to get. But when that goes on for an extensive amount of time, delulu fades and you think, no, they really don't like me. That isn't the case here. That isn't the case here. Oh, okay. What a strange read. I wasn't expecting to read a story like that today. So do I need to ask anything else? Do I need to ask anything else? I'm just wondering if I should get some oracle. Okay, lost love notes. I think this is probably the perfect deck to use, because if this is a masculine who does feel very deeply towards this feminine, but who has never spoken up really about exactly how they feel, then yeah, this would be perfect, because it's lost love notes, right? It's love notes that haven't been spoken about. So what would this masculine like to say to this feminine? Or how do they feel? I'm so scared that you won't give me another chance. Okay. So it does seem as though this masculine is very much aware that actually their own fear, their anxiety, and their past behaviour has had quite a negative effect on this connection. I think they're also aware that the feminine does feel as though they're not bothered or not interested. They're very much aware the feminine has completely abandoned this connection, right? We've established that already. So not only is there fear of rejection here, but there's also fear of, I'm scared you won't give me another chance. So we're not even speaking about rejection here. This could be a feminine who is actually single, right? But if you've experienced that kind of situation with somebody where for the longest time they've made you feel invisible, they've made you feel unimportant, they've made you feel as though they're just not interested in you, for them to then pop back up and be like, hey, I'm interested now, it's like, you weren't interested a year ago. Do you know what I mean? So there is that fear here also of, I'm scared you won't give me another chance to explore this in a romantic way. I look for you in every single person I encounter. Cool. Deep feelings. Tell me more, please. Is it the music got really dark in here? I think it's threatening to rain, which I'm not too sad about, to be honest. I'm a bit of a rain thunderstorm freak. We have, if I could go back, I would do things differently. We have please forgive me. Give me 2 more, please. I pushed you too far this time. I'm sorry. Give me 1 more. That sound just makes me laugh. I'm such a strange girl. Give me 1 more, please. I forget that I'm putting this out for the whole world to see. Because to me right now, I'm just talking to myself. So, you know, anything's game. You are my soulmate. I look at your pictures now and still get butterflies. Okay. So we've already touched upon I'm scared that you won't give me another chance. I look for you in every single person I encounter. So it's like every single experience that they have in life, it's almost as if they look for you. Or, you know, like when you really miss somebody and, you know, you get good news or something positive happens in your life, or you're just, you know, you want to share a joke and whatever, but the person you want to share it with, you're no longer in communication with, you're no longer talking to. It's that kind of feeling of like almost experiencing moments of happiness, but then you kind of met with that sadness of, I wish my person could be here to experience this with me, or to see this, or to share this joke with me, right? I look for you in every single person I encounter. There's also like a sense of them not comparing you. I don't mean it in that sense, but almost like every single person they meet, every single person they encounter, they are nothing like you. Nothing. There's no resemblance at all. Not even just speaking about looks. This is mostly about the deep connection that you share with one another. It's like I can't talk to anybody the way I talk to my feminine. I can't, you know, have the same jokes that, or share the same jokes as I share with my feminine, because nobody understands, right? So is there also that sense of comparison of, I don't know anybody quite like my feminine. If I could go back in time, no, if I could go back, I would do things differently. It's like that Cher song, isn't it? Showing my age now, if I can turn back time. Please forgive me. There is a great deal of regret here. There is a sense of them asking for forgiveness for you. They understand that they dealt with things badly in the past, but it's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's much deeper than you realize. I pushed you too far this time. I'm sorry. So I do feel as though perhaps before this feminine completely abandoned the connection, they probably did have that conversation with this masculine where they said, if you don't show me anything, because again we saw the feminine feeling stuck because they too felt the deep spiritual connection, but they got to the point absolutely where they said, if you don't give me anything, you don't talk to me, you don't see me, you don't celebrate my good times, you don't celebrate the special events in my life, you're basically a stranger to me. I don't want to be stuck here anymore. I want to leave. And the masculine didn't try and stop them. That's what that is describing there. I pushed you too far this time and I'm sorry. So I think the feminine walked away and they haven't gone back, they haven't returned, which has probably sparked this need to really dig deep and find the courage and strength to come forward to communicate to the feminine, right? You are my soulmate. So again, very much spiritual connection, very much twin flame vibes, soulmate, destined to meet, right? This masculine looks at this feminine as somebody they were destined to meet. I look at your pictures now and I still get butterflies. So again, we saw the masculine viewing this feminine as the Queen of Wands, somebody they are highly attracted to. And again, it's not even just about looks, it's everything. It's the whole package, right? So I'm going to leave it there because I've been talking for a whole 45 minutes almost, and that's a long time. So yeah, that was your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it resonated for you. If you do enjoy my readings, again, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me because it really would help my channel. Thank you all for being here and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.